Hey, what's up, friends and fans, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, episode 68. You might notice we're in a little bit of a different attire here. I went ahead and ran a few dungeons, got some more moolah and some more seals and stuff like that, and definitely upgraded our gear. Something I probably should have done in the beginning was check what stats I need. So yeah, there's that. Replaced all the gear that I had with strength with dexterity and all the other stats, so we're definitely going to be hitting a lot more harder now for damn sure. But let's go ahead and continue with the main quest here. To our plight cries of our action, we must take thought. So long as the Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure, but Liliman herself would struggle to best the Lord of the World in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and match wood of us. We need another plan, that much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. Oh, there goes Thancred, there goes everybody else. Alright, so teleport. We'll just go right to the map and take care of that. Alright, it's this way, I believe. I think. Yeah, it should be right over here. Talk to the Storm Sergeant. You're expected in the command room. Play, do not keep the Admiral waiting. Yes. Alright, Merweb.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, 'twas called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye. The thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystal stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafirson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and talk to you, Goody. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with the Primal, I do begin to understand why the Gorlinians fielded him so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judge it best that it be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes? The details are hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am declined to put any soul by this claim, and even should it be true, it is as Y'shtola said. None save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, we can afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed Primal Slayer claims. Kiara, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckonings in idleness. The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Great Fleet in Lower Lanesca. The Storm Private sent to question him already should be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Give me a second, everybody. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'll be back. Just had to get some water real quick. Okay, into the heart of the world. Where are we going? Alright, looks like the quickest route would be from Costa del Sol and then head south. We all know it's a lie. There's no way one person could defeat Leviathan. Alright, so it should be around over here, the passageway. There it is. Or let's go. Right here. Storm Private. Alright. Now look here, y'all have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks. Oh, not this dude again. Of grain over to the mill. But, sir, that's what you said before you had picked me those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... Godspan, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And do you hear me complaining? I suppose some of us just ain't made for rough stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that Draconomes ain't a generous soul. Now pick up your ear, cause I won't be repeating myself. Too modesty? Besides, there's only one such a princess a man can take one sitting. You keen? Ahem, the tale of Treasurome's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. Now, Leviatus, huge, make no mistake. To give you the idea of how big, each of the scales is as wide as across as the members long. And there's no mean fear, let me tell you. There's no mean feat. When I fought him, I could barely see, for all you bringing was penting me, and must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked out me trusty axe out of my hands, and at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. This guy's so full of shit. But what happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots, but not waiting to take all the glory for myself, I let my mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some you say can never be truly beat Leviathan. That you've all got you too. Learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I was enjoying the attention and all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm a chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wiggling in the chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble them, and they don't happen much. Oh god, I'm not gonna say that last part. Y'all can read it. I can't say that. YouTube, you know. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviathan, but I have seen him with my own eyes. 'Twas fair a few years back when I was working at the baker's hand. I was singing me duties one day, floating about the harbor when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent by some names off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it. Cannons firing, I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right there and then. Oh god, it's just remembering that day made me soil myself all over again. Ew. Hey, wait. If you're asking Leviathan, it means you planning to fight it, ain't ye? Well, take care. He's really a terrible dreadful. I tell you, if you're not careful, you'll end up on his gullet at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless, lying, wholesome... I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Kiara, this has been familiar. Were you able not to use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviathan? I see, this is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Morbay dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you're able. Oh my god, this guy. This guy. Ugh. What the hell? I knew it. I knew it was gonna be like some... I'll just... Yeah, I can't be asked. Yeah, I could fly down there, but it's right here. I'm told you want the Great Fleet fruitless. My sympathies. Last I'll wager served you to take your mind off events of the recent days, though, but enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Horleafer, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is high and sinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The Horleafer and her crew stands ready, my friend. Just give the word and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Well, let's do it. Ah, I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the whole leader may not be pretty, but I assure you, she's capable. She has been fitted with our friends, and now they can view me as are capable and are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold of water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expected that the Shringen and the Thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Ishtola, I would have you assist with this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight as Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Dankert and Ishtola, if you would join the third levy, and Lady Ugari the fifth. But what words I have for the woman who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go Whately, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's elements and add a few words of my own. Know that we have the utmost faith in you, Kiara. May the crystals bless you and keep you. The Holy Eater Heart now accessible. Oh, it's a dungeon, huh? Oh, of course. Oh, it's a hard mode. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and cut it here, and I will see you all back when we are in. Alright, everybody, here we go. Alright, here we are. Hopefully I don't screw up because I have no idea what the hell I'm even doing. Alright, he went underneath. Gonna stay over here with these guys. There's more ads. Stay out of that. guess we need a target. Oh, get out of that. Oh, I'm down. Oh, did we wipe? Oh, no, I'm up. What the hell? Yeah, I probably should have watched the fight first to see how it goes. Oh well, as long as I can beat it. Ah. Well, they beat it, so. That was actually pretty crazy. Alright, let's... where's Sequestering in at? Oh, back in, Himsa? Okay. Alright there, Leviathan's been dealt with. We can all have a good day now. I mean, I definitely did a little bit more damage. It was just so confusing with everything that was going on. But I'll watch the fight later. Knowing the urgency of business, I thought best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits, but today I will permit myself a few words. Ahem. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You're an inspiration to all of us, madam, and on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink. Wink, wink, wink. There, we beat it. Leviathan is down. Hurrah, hooray.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then. But know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Okay, that's it. Oh, alright, cool. Alright, buddy, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please be sure to drop a follow at ShibbyWows Gaming. I follow all followers back on Twitter. Also, be sure to check out our Facebook group. Link will be in the description below. So, until next time, everybody, have a good one.